Melissa Sue Anderson, born on September 26, 1962, in Berkeley, California, was raised in a nurturing household that emphasized creativity and education. Her family's move to Los Angeles exposed Anderson to the entertainment industry at a young age. Even as a child, her natural emotional depth and expressive presence made her stand out from other young performers. She began appearing in television commercials, where her seriousness and maturity quickly caught the attention of talent scouts. Anderson's early roles in shows like Bewitched and The Brady Bunch helped her build a foundation in acting, giving her the opportunity to develop discipline and professionalism. Unlike many child stars who relied on charm alone, Anderson demonstrated an intuitive understanding of storytelling and character, which marked her as a performer capable of handling more complex material. Breakthrough role on Little House on the Prairie. In 1974, Anderson's career took a dramatic turn when she was cast as Mary Ingalls in the television adaptation of Little House on the Prairie. Based on the books by Laura Ingalls Wilder, the series became an iconic piece of American television. As the eldest daughter of Charles and Caroline Ingalls, played by Michael Landon and Karen Grassel, Anderson's portrayal of Mary added a thoughtful and introspective quality to the show. Mary's character was studious and sensitive, providing a calm counterbalance to the more spirited Laura, played by Melissa Gilbert. Anderson's most memorable contribution came when her character was written to lose her sight after an illness. Her nuanced performance, capturing the emotional depth of Mary's blindness, showcased Anderson's exceptional talent, earning her both critical acclaim and an Emmy nomination. Emotional depth and rising stardom. As Little House on the Prairie gained popularity, Anderson's portrayal of Mary Ingalls became one of the most beloved aspects of the series. The storyline in which Mary loses her sight and learns to navigate the world without vision was a turning point, not just for the character, but for Anderson's career. At such a young age, Anderson's ability to convey grief, fear, and eventual resilience with subtlety and authenticity was remarkable. This storyline highlighted her capacity to handle complex emotional material, further cementing her place as one of the finest young actresses of her generation. Unlike many of her peers, Anderson was never consumed by her fame from Little House. She continuously sought roles that challenged her as an actress, often selecting projects that allowed her to expand her range beyond the beloved Mary Ingalls. Transitioning to new roles and expanding her range. Despite the immense popularity of Little House on the Prairie, Anderson was determined not to be defined solely by her role as Mary Ingalls. As she matured, she carefully selected projects that showcased her versatility and emotional depth. In 1980, she starred in the television film Which Mother Is Mine, a role that earned her an Emmy Award for Outstanding Lead Actress in a drama or comedy special. This was a significant achievement, demonstrating that Anderson could carry complex narratives on her own, outside of the safety of her television family. She also appeared in films like Happy Birthday to Me and various television dramas throughout the 1980s and 1990s, showing that she was committed to broadening her acting horizons, not chasing fame for its own sake. Anderson's choices during this time reflected her understanding that personal fulfillment and artistic integrity were more important than constant exposure. A more private life, family, and priorities. In the 1990s, Anderson made the deliberate decision to step away from Hollywood's relentless spotlight and focus on her personal life. This period was marked by her commitment to raising her children and creating a more private, grounded family life. She appeared in a few select projects, including the animated X-Men series and the mystery show Burke's Law, but her focus remained on her family. Anderson's decision to prioritize her home life over Hollywood fame reflected a thoughtful approach to balancing career and motherhood. Her ability to stay connected to her craft while stepping back from the public eye made her a respected figure, not only in the entertainment industry, but also in her personal life. Anderson showed that it was possible to maintain a successful career without sacrificing family values or personal peace. Relocation to Canada, embracing a new life. In 2002, Anderson and her family made the significant decision to relocate from the United States to Montreal, Canada. This move was not just geographical, but also philosophical. Seeking a quieter, more balanced way of life, Anderson and her family embraced the cultural richness and privacy that Canada offered. In 2007, they became naturalized Canadian citizens, a decision that symbolized their deep connection to their new home. Normalcy and peace that had been difficult to find while living in Hollywood. Anderson's move to Canada marked a new chapter in her life, one that was focused on family and a deeper connection to her personal values, rather than the pressures of the entertainment industry. Reflecting on her Hollywood past, writing her memoir, in 2014, Melissa Sue Anderson co-authored a memoir, The Way I See It, a look back at my life on Little House, offering fans an honest, thoughtful reflection on her time as a child star. The book was praised for its candor and emotional intelligence, shedding light on the realities of growing up in the spotlight. Anderson's memoir provided a nuanced perspective on the challenges and rewards of being part of one of the most beloved TV series of all time. Her reflections on her experiences were neither nostalgic nor bitter. Instead, she spoke with the wisdom that comes from understanding how her past shaped who she is today. The memoir further solidified Anderson's legacy as someone who approached fame with thoughtfulness, choosing to focus on the meaningful moments rather than the fleeting nature of celebrity. Career choices and personal fulfillment. Throughout the 1990s and 2000s, Anderson made deliberate decisions to scale back her career and focus on raising her children. She appeared in select roles that reflected her evolving interests and values. One notable return to the screen came in 2006, with a role in the television miniseries 10.5 Apocalypse, in which Anderson played the role of First Lady Megan Hollister. This marked her reappearance in a high-profile disaster epic, showing that, even in a limited role, she still had a powerful screen presence. She also returned to film with a small appearance in Crazy 8 in 2006. These brief yet impactful roles demonstrated that Anderson had not abandoned her craft, but had carefully chosen when and how to engage with the industry. Her career choices were reflective of her desire to balance personal happiness with professional satisfaction. Returning to acting and the quiet conclusion. Melissa Sue Anderson's acting career continued with sporadic roles in the years following her move to Canada. She appeared in small, uncredited roles, including in the 2014 revival of Veronica Mars and The Con Is On in 2018. These appearances were subtle nods to fans who recognized her instantly, even in brief roles. Anderson's approach to acting in her later years was marked by a quiet dedication to storytelling rather than seeking fame or prominence. Her final on-screen appearances were a reminder that legacy is not about the number of roles played, but the quality of the choices made throughout one's career. Anderson's career was not about being in the spotlight, but about embracing the art of acting on her own terms. A life defined by family and love. Melissa Sue Anderson's life outside of Hollywood has been marked by love, devotion to family, and a focus on creating a stable, fulfilling life away from the glare of fame. In 1990, she married television writer and producer Michael Sloan, and their partnership became a cornerstone of her personal happiness. Together, they raised 2 children, Piper and Griffin, providing them with a grounded and loving environment. Anderson's decision to prioritize motherhood over career ambitions showed her commitment to giving her children the normalcy she had often lacked as a child star. In 2002, the family's move to Canada further symbolized their desire for privacy and a balanced life. Anderson's choice to embrace family life over fame reflected her deep understanding that true fulfillment comes from personal relationships and self-care, not external validation. Reconciliation with Michael Landon's influence. Over the years, Anderson has come to terms with her experiences on Little House on the Prairie and her time working under Michael Landon's leadership. While Landon's charisma and creative genius were undeniable, Anderson has openly discussed the complexities of working with him as a young actress. She recalled feeling a distance from Landon, noting that while he was an inspiring figure, there was a barrier that made him difficult to approach. As Anderson reflects on her career today, she recognizes the immense pressure Landon was under, balancing the demands of acting, directing, and producing a hit series. While she understands his brilliance, she also acknowledges the emotional toll it took on her as a child actor. Anderson's mature perspective allows her to view Landon not as a hero or villain, but as a human being, both talented and flawed. This understanding marks her personal growth and the reclaiming of her narrative. Concluding reflections, understanding her journey. At 63, Melissa Sue Anderson has come to a place of peace with her past. She has reflected on the pressures she faced as a child star and the complexities of working under Michael Landon's influence. In interviews and writings, Anderson speaks not with bitterness, but with calm understanding, acknowledging the challenges of growing up in the public eye, while also celebrating the opportunities it gave her. She views her experiences with a newfound compassion for both herself and those she worked with, understanding now that her journey was one of personal growth and resilience. Anderson's story is one of embracing the highs and lows of fame with grace, learning that a fulfilling life is about more than public recognition. It's about how you choose to live beyond the camera.